Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Mike's Horror Channel. In this video, I wanted to go ahead and give you guys an updated mask review now that we have Halloween Kills, and we have two different masks in that movie. So I wanted to go ahead and just update my mask ranking from last year. Before we do that, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and also press the bell. That way you know every time I post a new video. Alright, so last year around this time, I gave you guys my mask ranking. Now that Halloween Kills is out, I wanted to go ahead and update my ranking. And then also because my mask ranking changes from time to time. Every time I watch these movies, I find something different that I like or dislike. Whether it's in the movie, the mask, the acting, cinematography, it could be all kinds of things. So my rankings tend to change, from year to year. So now that Halloween has passed, I've watched all the movies again, including Halloween Kills. I wanted to go ahead and just update this ranking. So I'm going to go ahead and just jump right in, starting with number 12. I don't think is any surprise, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. And the reason this is at number 12 is, to me, this is not even a mask. It's barely half of a mask. When he's even wearing it in the movie at all. Not a big fan of whatever the fuck that was that Rob Zombie did with that mask in Halloween 2. I know she shot him in the head in the end of part 1, and I guess that blew off half the mask, whatever, but just don't care for it. To me, it's not a Myers mask for what it was. So, moving on, number 11 is going to be Halloween 5. I think this is pretty much starting off in the same order that it did last time. I hated the part 5 mask. It's so fucking weird looking. I always hated how he went into the mine shaft at the end of part 4 wearing one mask. Part 5 picks up a moment later and he's wearing the same or a completely different mask. It's just fucking weird to me. So I hated the part 5 mask. Moving on to number 10 is going to be Halloween Resurrection. The mask grows on me from time to time. I believe at one point I even had it lower than the Halloween 5 mask. But it has its moments in the movie depending on the scene and how it's shot. It can look good depending on how they did it, certain lighting. But I just hated just the overall shape of the mask. I hated those thick-ass eyebrows they put on the mask. Just really weird looking. So it's not a horrible mask, but definitely nowhere near the top of my list, not even at the middle. So moving on, number 9 is going to be the Halloween H2o Mask. I know a lot of people actually really like that mask. It's not a bad mask, and I'm not considering the other 3 masks in the movie, because you had the prototype mask. In the beginning, it starts off with the Halloween 6 mask. Most people don't even catch that. Then there's the digital mask that they placed on the actor when he wasn't wearing one for some reason. So I'm not including any of that. Just the main mask that we all come to know and associate with Halloween H2O. I hated the afro that they put on that mask. That thing drove me nuts. I hated that you could see his eyes. And that's more of a directing issue. It's not really a mask issue. It's kind of the way they directed the movie and shot the movie. Just not a big fan of the mask. It's okay. It's an okay mask. And that was number 9, right? Yeah. So moving on, number 8 is going to be Rob Zombie's Halloween 1. That mask is not a terrible mask at all. It's good for what it was. For Rob Zombie's version of Halloween, it was good. I actually really like that movie a lot. I think the mask worked because of the actor, if that makes sense. Sometimes, the right acting makes the mask look good, and the right directing, the right, right camera angles make the mask look good. Tyler Mane really made that mask. I think any other actor, it wouldn't have worked. It was perfect for Tyler Mane. So moving on, that was number 8 was Rob Zombie's Halloween. Yes. So number 7 is going to be Halloween 6. I think I've said this plenty of times before in other reviews. I actually really like the Halloween 6 mask. It's not like the scariest mask. It's also not the worst mask. It's not the Halloween 5 or the H2 or anything like that. But I actually kind of dig the H6 mask. I think it has its moments. It's scary in its own right, kind of like H2O and Resurrection, where when it's shot right, it looks really good. So I am a fan of that Halloween 6 mask, and that is number 7. Number 6 on my list is going to be Halloween Kills. And I thought I would probably put that one higher originally, but there's a reason it's not. The Halloween Kills mask, I love it. I thought they did a great job with how they did all the burns, it just looked really good. I just think Chris Nelson did a wonderful job, made the mask believable, made sure it was still scary, because he could have easily fucked that up, or anyone could have easily fucked it up. Not Chris Nelson. I don't think Chris Nelson could have screwed that up, but most people would have. So just a really, really good mask. I love it. Number 5 is going to be pretty much the same mask, Halloween 2018. What I love about this mask is that it's believable as the 1978 mask. It looks, if you put them side by side, it looks like the 78 mask. And of course, it changes slightly because they age it, right? A latex mask sitting in a storage locker for 40 years, it's going to change color, it's going to wrinkle, it's going to look really fucking bad. And that's what they did with the 2018 mask. It looks properly aged. It's believable that it is the 78 mask. It's obviously not the exact same one, but it's believable that it is. So that's why I love that mask. And that's going to be number 5. Number 4 is going to be Halloween 4. The Halloween 4 mask. To me, I know a lot of people are going to say, what the fuck, that mask is terrible. And it is kind of terrible, but to me, it's scary in its own right. It's just the way they handled using that mask. The opening scenes with Danielle Harris or Jamie Lloyd in the bedroom, when the lightning flash goes off right after he sits up from the side of the bed, that scene scarred me as a kid. That's why it's so high up on my list. That was such a scary fucking scene. I love it. And also in the Vincent drugstore, when he first picks up the mask, puts it on, and then Jamie Lloyd sees him, and that camera angle they use, it's spooky as hell. So I think the mask is just scary in its own right. And it's believable because obviously it's not the 1978 mask, but he's been in a coma for 10 years at that point. He just had a bandage wrapped around his head for the first few minutes in the movie. So it's believable that he went into Vincent Drug and found a mask that was close to a mask that he likes. If he's looking for an all-white mask because that's just his thing, then that's the one he found. So it's believable the way they set that up. So I love the Halloween 4 mask. That's number 4. Number 3 is going to be the Halloween Kills flashback mask. Wow. Chris Nelson knocked it out the park with this mask. It looks pretty identical to the 1978 mask. And in its own right, maybe even a little scarier than the 78. I can't put it above the 78 because to me, of course, you're never going to beat that original, right? That original kind of holds a place with all of us. He did a tremendous job with that mask. I know myself, I'm hoping that Trick or Treat Studios manages to reproduce a flashback mask for sale in the future at Spirit Halloween or something. I would definitely buy that flashback mask as long as they get it right. My only problem with the flashback mask was it kind of had this like powder white or matte look to it, where the original had more of a shine to it, and Again, that's me doing what I normally do and nitpicking the small things, but it's definitely a scary mask. The actor that played him in the flashback scene really pulled off the mask, because to me, the mask is only as good as the actor wearing it, and he pulled it off. I hated that we could see his eyes, but again, that's more of a directing and cinematography thing than it is a mask problem. But great mask all around. I love it. So we're down to the final two. So I think it's pretty obvious where I'm going with this at this point. Number 2 is going to be 1981 Halloween 2. Even though it's the exact same mask as Halloween 1, it was sitting under Deborah Hill's bed for a couple of years. She was also a really heavy smoker, from what I hear, so it caused all the discoloration. The mask changed form a little bit, just kind of sitting under the bed in the heat, and it does what a mask will do under those conditions. And then it's also Dick Warlock, right? His the shape of his head and his face wearing the mask, because Nick Castle and Dick Warlock don't have the same shape, so that kind of contributed to the look of the Halloween 2 mask. So it is the same mask, the exact same one they used in the filming of 1978's Halloween, but it just looks different. But it's scary as shit, and to me, depending on the scenes and how they shot it, it had its moments where it was scarier than the original mask to me. So I love the 1981 Part 2 mask. Coming in at number 1, obviously, is going to be the original 1978 Halloween. What can you say about that mask? The William Shatner mask with the eyebrows and the sideburns shaved off and just painted white, and it worked. It had the expressionless blank look that scared so many people to this very day. So not much I could say about it that hasn't already been said. I love the 1978 mask. So that's my list. I'll go through it one more time. Number 12, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Number 11, Halloween 5. Number 10, Resurrection. Number 9, H2O. Number 8, Rob Zombie's Halloween. Number 7, Halloween 6. Number 6, Halloween Kills. Number 5, Halloween 2018. Number 4 is Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. Number 3, Halloween Kills Flashback. Number 2, Halloween 2, 1981. And number 1, the OG 1978, Halloween. So let me know what you guys think. How would you rank the masks? I'm definitely interested in knowing how most people feel about it. So let me know what you think. Give me your ranking, or just give me your favorite. Give me your worst. Whatever it is, let's talk about it. And also, if you haven't yet, please go ahead and subscribe and like this video, please. I'll see you guys in my next video.